I'm muted! Ohashima, konshima, juri juri, it's your kingshima. Why do I always do this to myself? Huh? Huh? I did it on purpose, actually. That was totally within my plans. It's not like I didn't realize, okay? I totally did it on purpose. Ajima, it's been a while. I'm sorry I missed the, I'm sorry this ZATSUDAN has been delayed for like, how many days? I can't remember. But this was meant to be last week. I am so sorry. Unfortunately, I overslept that day. It's actually really bad. It's so bad. I don't know if it's because of a change in liver or something, but I'm just really sleepy lately. I'm just super sleepy. Like just yesterday, I was meant to wake up at 9 AM because I needed to get into the office at 11 AM for like a meeting, right? It wasn't like a really important meeting, but it was still a meeting I needed to get to. And I was like, yeah, I'll attend in person. Guess when I woke up? 12:30. I woke up at 12:30. Isn't that fucked? And so I was like, oh no, I've done it again. It's over for me. What the fuck do I do? This is like the second time that I've missed a meeting by accident, but this time I like genuinely overslept. I set an alarm for 9 AM. I woke up at 9 AM and I think I like remember turning the alarm off. And for some reason that day, usually I'm like extra cautious and I'll put like 5 different alarms. That day I only set like 3 alarms. And so what happened was I slept and I woke up at 12:30. 12:30 of all times, not even like when the meeting starts. I could have joined online. But yeah, I made up an excuse for the first time in life forever. I lied. This king, I'm so ashamed. I hope not. I hope my coworker never finds out. But yeah. Surely they can't be watching the stream right now. They have no idea. But yeah, I said I was sick. And I joined the rest of the meetings online yesterday. But yeah, it's fine. It's once in a while it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to be grown. I was like, I'm already on thin ice. I can't do this anymore. But yeah, there's no sick leave in Japan either. Did you guys know that? You have to either use annual leave or whatever, but I still worked that day. I mean yesterday. But yeah, that was my story. It's so bad. I really need really need to do is sleep earlier. Cause the thing is, you know how some people can survive on like 5 hours of sleep? I'm not that type of person. In the first place, my body's not built for that. They're built different. I'm built like this. I have to at least have like 7 hours of sleep. 7 hours at the minimum, actually. Today I had 6 hours, which is not good. But like 7 hours, 8 hours always makes me feel kind of funny, so I don't like that. 7 or 9 hours is the best. Hello Shima, nice Shima, hello Benami Shima, Rusty Shima, Encore Shima, Heiwan Shima, Laser Shima, Encore Shima. Wait, I already said Encore. Yeah. But yeah. Heiwan, are you still watching? It's actually our anniversary. The Gen Forever anniversary. Yeah. Konshima. It's what should we do for our anniversary? Gen Forever Love. What did you want? I want your body. Send me nudes. I'm kidding. We're gonna party it up with Maria. It was just a joke. I don't actually want it. I guess. Don't give it to me so easily. When are we partying it up with Maria? Okay, we're gonna plan later. Okay. Hopefully there's a time that works out. Oh yeah, it's our anniversary. Ooh, it's been 1 year since we met. It's been 1 year since I met the Gen 4 concubines. Can't believe it's been 1 year already. Isn't it amazing that we're still like, what do you call it? We're still so happily married together. Also, Shima, did you know Hyewon's birthday is coming up? I did not know that. When is your birthday again, Hyewon? Shima night. Are you really my night or are you Hyewon's night? Are you Hyewon night? Yeah, the gym full concubines. October 2. I love how you just have that like off the top of your head. Thank you. But yeah, what was I saying again? What was I saying again? What was I talking about? Sleeping in. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. It's a serious issue. So bad. I think it's because I'm living by myself and it's also because my work hours are so flexible. It's really bad. I think I prefer actually having a 9 to 5 now. Actually, I should force myself to do a 9 to 5 from now on. I can't do this, otherwise I'll keep missing meetings. I'm gonna be in very big trouble soon. I do a lot of freelance writing. I see how it is. So much has happened in that year. Yeah, so much has happened in this one year. Actually, I feel like every year of my life is pretty eventful. But definitely the past year has been very, very eventful. Oh my gosh! Hyewon just sent me her nudes! Hyewon just sent me her nudes! Not really nudes, but her pin-up. This feels pretty good for me. Good for you. Good for you. Hyewon actually sent me her underwear pics. Too bad you guys can't see. The benefits of being her king. Haha. I mean, this year's been pretty good for me as well. I feel like lately I'm just a bit under the weather. Like the past few days I've been feeling kind of like, I feel this way whenever the weather starts changing. Like seasonal, I get seasonal depression. Not exactly depression, but like kind of mini depression. Whenever it gets like suddenly really hot or like suddenly really cold. Like lately it's been raining more. I feel like when it rains I get pretty kind of like, yeah. It's like the sky is sad for me too. Just hate how hot it is outside. I don't know where you're from, but now it's not so hot for me. Autumn is meant to be a sunburn comfy time. It's finally feeling like autumn though. For the past like however long, you know, like the past few weeks where it's supposed to have been autumn, it hasn't been feeling like autumn. It's been feeling like summer right up until like maybe today. I think that apparently it's gonna get cooler right after it rains. Like this weekend it's gonna suddenly become like 26 degrees or something. Whereas lately it's still been like 30 something degrees. It's getting warmer again here and it's annoying. Good for you, you're having spring now. Yeah, I guess there's more rain. But like for the longest time, like for this entire month, right? They've been, I mean, since like the end of the previous month, they've been having like summer, like they've been having sales on like summer clothes and stuff. And I'm just like, everyone can still wear this. Like nobody's gonna buy freaking cardigans and coats and like whatever in this weather. Like who's gonna wear a cardigan right now? But yeah, they've been having sales on summer clothes and like if you go to Uniqlo or wherever, you can only find like autumn clothing, whichever clothing store you like. There's only autumn clothing. If you go to Starbucks, they have the whole autumn menu with like the chestnuts and the sweet potatoes and stuff. But it's like it doesn't. I don't really like. I like sweet potato. I can do with cold drinks. So I can't deal with like the hot sweet potato, like hot whatever. You know, like I don't. Yeah, I'm not in the mood because it's hot outside, even at nighttime. Literally just a week ago, rained so much it caused a flood and people thought it was a hurricane coming. Oh my god. That's the worst. Monsoon season in autumn? It's getting colder here. I want to see big storms. You want to see big storms? Sweet potatoes, you're supposed to look really young. Yeah, it was really good. I didn't make it, by the way. I didn't make it. My share housemate made it. And my share housemate made it. Yeah. She's a really talented cook, but yeah, it was so good though. It was actually basically like she scooped out the butter and she put like custard cream and like butter and sugar with it. But like I was like, damn, that's a lot of sugar and butter that goes into it, and she was just kind of like, shh. It was really, really good though. it was actually like I could barely taste the sugar because I don't like it when sweets are too sweet. Sound like an Asian mom. I don't like it when sweets are too sweet. I don't have too much of a sweet tooth actually. I can't deal with having too much sugar. I like to end things. I realized this recently. I'm a bit weird. Like if I go to somewhere, like you know how people like finishing off with desserts? I like finishing off with dessert and then something savory after the dessert. Like I went to have kaiten sushi the other day, right? You know, it's like after the sushi, I had like, okay, so I don't like desserts, but I had like 2 desserts that day. I had 2 desserts and then I was like, oh, it's a bit too sweet in my mouth now. I want something savory, and then I finished off with french fries. Right? I like the balance. I also don't like things when it's sweet. Right. Because when it's too sweet, it leaves kind of like a sour taste in your mouth afterwards. Like the sugar kind of becomes sour. I don't really like that. So it has to be like a balance. Like I feel like sugar because I've had savory food, but then I feel like savory food because I've had too much sugar. Do you get thirsty after eating too many sweets? Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't, you know how people are like, oh it's so hot, let's get some ice cream. I'm like, let's get some ice cream, I want water. I mean I'll get ice cream if we have water, but I can't just have ice cream on its own, otherwise I'll get more thirsty. I get it. I'll still eat the ice cream. I just need something to hydrate me. Or it's like, oh, I'm so thirsty. Let's have some Coke. Coke? Huh? I need something like water or iced tea. Something that's not sweet. Yeah, I can see how ending on a sugary note would leave your mouth feeling yuck. Yeah. Yucky. Yuck. Do you guys say yuck? It's like how I say yum. Why is yuck okay but like yum not okay? Anyways. Oh, sorry, I forgot to post that I was streaming. Oops. I made the tweet and I forgot to tweet. Well, happy birthday, Shima Night. Started using it because of you, look. Ha ha. I don't think I've heard anyone say yuck in years. Yuck is pretty common in New Zealand as well. It's just... I'm starting to question everything I've been saying. Yum and yuck is so normal. Ew, that's yuck. Oh, that's really yum. Yuck is pretty common here as well. Say it's an Australia, New Zealand thing. The moment your birthday comes, I do want to make a pixel RPG maker sprite of you as well as Helen's. Oh, thank you. I'd really appreciate that. That'd be really cool. Sorry, I still need to do the rewards I said I would do on coffee, and also Vietnamese one that's been like 5 billion years. I will do it. Yuckers is even worse. That's disgusting. You not yuck. Oh, it's pretty good. But yeah, I appreciate any kind of actually I wanna make a hashtag for posting clips, but I can't think of a proper hashtag. Also, did you listen to my King cover? Sorry, I just suddenly remembered. Did you guys like my King cover? Oh my gosh, I forgot I posted that. Yeah, I'm king. I am king. Yeah, I kind of just posted it out of nowhere. Thank you. Oh, I'm shy. Oh. I'm kind of shy. Thank you. It's not that good. That's mostly, honestly, it's thanks to Doombug for making my voice sound good. I don't have a lot of confidence in singing. Like, I really like singing. I will passionately sing in karaoke, but I don't have a lot of like, I don't think my voice is like particularly good or anything. Kind of sounds like I'm just like singing, but like, what do you call it? You know how some people, I don't know, I have no technique, and like, I just use my regular voice when I sing. So, but I'm glad that you guys like it. Yeah, It's actually, I mean, oh, it's good timing though that it falls on our anniversary, because this was originally gonna be a cover that I'd planned for my debut if I had debuted in Tsundere. It was gonna be, yeah, this was one of the things I would have, like, I was in the middle of preparing, but it never went through. Maria! Maria, I missed you. Actually, no, I don't miss you. I see you all the time in the chat. I'm not used to you chatting so much now. Nowadays, when I look at the group chat, it's like, whoa, like what just happened while I was asleep? You were gone for so long, and now you're suddenly back, and now you're just like there all the time. I don't think it's a coincidence that Hyewon and Shiva made song covers at nearly the exact same time. I think Hyewon had been preparing hers for a lot longer though. I was kind of doing it like, man, I kind of want to do a song cover. Okay, let's go. Oh no, come back. I'm kidding. I love you. I love you. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Maria's gonna be doing a donathon later at some point, so please go support her. She needs money. She's really poor right now. Anyway, Maria's the cutest. I'm glad she's back anyways. She was being a Tinder. I'm not. I'm not. Oh, you don't have to say it like that. What's wrong with being poor, huh? What's wrong with being poor? I'm so happy to meet you. I can't believe we all met a year ago. Right? I still think it's crazy. I still think it's crazy that we're like what do you call it? We're still married on good terms. You still love me so much. You would like give your life for me. I think that's really touching. Even after one whole year. Was the Gen 4 bond started with company team building, or was it Forged in Fire? I think mostly Forged in Fire. I mean, even the beginning was good though. I think, honestly, I think mostly it was thanks to everyone's efforts, particularly Hyewon. But in the beginning, I mean, I think I've missed out a lot on like the group calls and stuff in the beginning, because like I wasn't in the right time zone. But I think from the very beginning, like I think everyone intended to be like good friends with each other. But then the rest of it was Forged in Fire. Yeah. But I think even what do you call it? Yuna said that we were probably like the closest out of all the Tsundere gens, and that she was really happy to see us like that. We all always VC'd and vibed, and we got along so well from the start. Yeah. But I think honestly, like, it's a miracle that I met them. Like, out of all the people that could have been chosen, I'm glad it was them. Yeah. Honestly, if we debuted together, sorry, I say this all the time, but honestly, if we debuted together, I feel like we would have been so unstoppable. Not to like toot my own horn, but I think like we excel in our own niches so well. And we're so different, and we balance each other out well. Like, I feel like that's kind of, like, what do you call it? I think it's kind of rare to see such distinct personalities in a single gen in VTubing lately. Like, without any kind of overlap, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we really would have OMG, we complimented each other a lot. Yeah, and then we have like actual good chemistry as well. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. We're all doing well on each own, on a what do you call it? We're all doing well on our own, and we'll continue to do well. We will reach higher horizons. I believe. It's so cool to see the vibe a gen gives off. Yeah. Yeah, I think every gen has like their own different kind of like chemistry and vibe, right? But I think ours is very special as well. I really love you guys. Yomi, Maria, Hyewon. Yeah, I'm glad it was you guys. Always rooting for you, King. We will all make it. You will make it as well. Don't give up, Maria. You've got so many people behind you. Chemistry, the biggest mystery science has yet to solve. Yeah. Man, what can I say? It's because I'm king. It's because everyone's my concubine. That is the chemistry. You will make it through, I'm sure. Thank you. Because me. Me, I am king. Left side, right side. Ha, what's a kid that ba ba ba. But yeah, I am king. And what else was I gonna say again? Oh yeah, sorry, this is off topic. Yeah, stream my king cover, thank you very much. It's actually doing way better than I expected to. More people are watching it than I expected to. Now I have to cover Queen of Human. Nah, if I do another Canaria song, June's gonna lose it. I don't think I can commission June again. It's really funny, when I tried to commission June for mixing my cover, right? He was like, usually I don't accept like Canaria commissions, but just this once I will do it for you, Shima. Just because it's you, I will do it for you. And I was like, thank you so much, June Bug God. Appreciate it. Yeah, my sister, wife, queen, Hima. I think I'll do another song that I actually like. What do you call it? Not that I don't like King, but I'll do one that's less generic next time. I'll do a song that I'm more kind of like, actually like, this is such a bop kind of song. June Bug God. Emma Taichi will kill me on time. What makes you think that? But yeah, what was I saying again? Yeah, I can't believe I covered like the generic VTuber song. But it's like, I am king though. What other song am I supposed to cover? I feel like it's just such a fitting song for me. And also it's like an easy one to cover because so many people have done it before. So like in terms of the MV, it's straightforward. In terms of, Yua helped me with the MV. Thank you so much, Yua. I love Yua. Thank you. Even though she's been busy and stuff lately, but like I really appreciate her taking time to make the MV for me. Yeah, it was really helpful because I was like asking friends for like help with how to make a cover because I never made one before, and I was like, I want to do a King cover, and she like immediately recommended me Otto for the art, and she was like, Otto was so fast. Otto got my art done in like 2 or 3 days. I think 2 days actually. And there was like 7 different, I can't remember how many expressions, like 7 different expressions. But it was super fast. And then Yua was like, oh, just cause I've already done like the MV for my own cover before, like you can just use that. And I was like, really? Are you sure? And then she was like, yeah, it's real easy. And so she did it for me. But then it was more annoying because like I had all the different expressions and stuff. So I really appreciate it. And then Junebug's just a god. King was a love cover. Now you can cover whatever you want for future stuff. Yeah, I can. Favorite Maya song. Ah, Maya cover might be a good idea actually. Maya cover might be a good idea actually. Yeah, they're really good. Yo, Mom Shima lore. Yeah, I did actually want to do a lore video, but now it feels kind of... I only do a lore video if I'm actually like rolling in dough. You know, lore videos are expensive kind of because I can't draw by myself. If I'm commissioning that much art, and then if I have to voice act on top of it, it's gonna be quite pricey. Why wasn't that your first idea? Huh? What first idea? Which one? Oh, for a Maya cover. No, I wanted to do the King cover because that was like the idea I had since debut. Like not since debut, since like pre-debut. That was the original plan. So I always felt like, you know, it was like, the thing I couldn't do because I couldn't debut in Cinderia, you know? Little videos are over. Do a little PowerPoint. I already did a PowerPoint. Did I not do a PowerPoint for my debut? Or should I do? Maybe I should do a little PowerPoint then. The story of my... No, but my lord's gonna sound fucking Shunibyo if I don't do a why did I say PowerPoint? If I don't do a video. If Shima ever does a lore video, I hope we're a part of it. Why would you guys be a part of it? This is about me before I became Shima. I mean, before I became king. Maybe I should do... Okay, how about I do a PowerPoint version and then I do like a proper art version one day. Video will be less tuning. There'll be like voice acting and like, you know, like sound effects and stuff. PowerPoint's kind of like, yeah, so basically, do you guys know what my story was? I think I put a bit of it on my PowerPoint. It was gonna be so touching. It was supposed to make people cry. You're supposed to cry while watching it. How am I supposed to cry at a PowerPoint? I came up with such a good storyline. And then only later on did I realize it kind of had parallels with my own story and Cinderia kind of thing. And then I was like, wait, that's kind of wrong. That's not quite it. It's kind of off. That's not quite right. That wasn't the intention at all. My lore would have been so powerful as a vid. For real! I was so ready. I had like a little list of artists and like how I could envision how it looked in my head and stuff. And then I would do voice acting for it. And then Haewon would voice some like hot guy in the video as well. I love Haewon's like hot guy voice. You've never cried at a PowerPoint? I have not cried at a PowerPoint, unfortunately. Have you cried at a PowerPoint? Is that a common thing? Are you a boy who cries at PowerPoints? But yeah. I mean, lore videos are always kind of, what do you call it? People always like start with like the kayfabe and stuff after a while, right? I mean, I think I'm pretty good at keeping up with it, but I feel like lots of people just forget about their lore within like the first month of streaming. What's the point? What's the point, huh? They can get emotional. I want to see what your emotional PowerPoint looks like. The duality of VTubing. I think it's nice to have a good backstory, but the thing that irks me a lot, no offense, not pointing out anyone in particular, when people who can't speak Japanese do Japanese voice acting in a lore video. Why? Why? I get it, you have a nice voice. It probably sounds pretty good too because you don't know Japanese, but to me, it sounds cringe. You acting like a king is second nature too. I was born this way. I was born a king. It's like how Salome wants to be a real Ojo-sama, but except I'm actually a real king. It's real. I'm gonna voice act in JP now for you. No, fuck off. No. I'd actually mute it. If I had to watch that, I'd mute it. Oh, it's so bad. I appreciate the sentiment, but honestly, if you speak English, just do it in English. English voice acting is not bad compared to like bad Japanese voice acting, okay? Maria's Japanese is pretty good actually. Hi, Shima. I will never try to do a Japanese voice because I know I'll get dogged on. Yeah, that's correct. I will dog you. I will dog you. That's correct. I don't know. I just get a lot of secondhand embarrassment. Japanese, you might think it's easy, but intonation's really important. Like, you don't need to speak it actually. You don't need to be fluent in Japanese, but you need to know where the intonation is at. I find, okay, this is like an observation I've had recently, but people who are tone deaf are also like tone deaf with languages. Like, if you're good at singing, you're naturally pretty good at languages, I feel, because you're more sensitive to sounds. Like, for example, when I talked to, what was it? When Tomo was in Japan, and when Mio, yeah, I met up with Mio last week as well. That's another thing I want to talk about. But yeah, like, for example, Mio and Tomo are examples of people who have, like, what do you call it? Their first language isn't Japanese, and they haven't, I don't know how good Mio is at. Mio's pretty good at Japanese, actually. But, like, because they're such good singers, the Japanese pronunciation sounds really fluent. Like, it sounds really natural and it sounds like it's their first language. Like, even compared to people who've studied the language more. You know, because they can pick up on the tones and like the intonation and stuff. Japanese, okay, this is one thing they don't teach you in school, but intonation is really important in Japanese. That's like the biggest difference in in you sounding fluent or not. Is intonation. And some people will never learn it because they just don't realize or they just can't pick it up. Yeah. I think either you have to know multiple languages since you're young and like different language families, or like if you're good at singing or you have like good pitch, then you'll be able to learn it more easily. Is what I think. That is just my hot take. Yeah. Trying to speak any language unless it's second language nature to you is hard. That's the case in a lot of languages. Chinese literally doesn't work without it. Yeah, Chinese doesn't work without it. But also it's like not every Chinese person who speaks Japanese also is like a lot of the time for like fluent Chinese speakers, when they speak Japanese, it also just sounds like Chinese. Like they try to match the Japanese tones to the Chinese tones. What you need to do is like start with like a completely fresh page and just try to pick up on the, like copy the sounds. Anyways, that was my little rant. But yeah, I met up with Mio last week and we had barbecue together. Hehe, I love Mio. Mio's so cute. Mio's so cute. I want to protect her. Mio. I hope she comes back again. I know she's been going through a lot, but I hope she comes back to Japan again. She says that she wants to come back on like a solo trip next time. But yeah, she's such a sweetie. I love her. Honestly, like if you meet her in real life, you'll realize like she literally can't hurt a fly. She's like, she's just so, I don't know how to describe it. She's just so soft. She's so gentle. She will fight you for the bill, and then like I paid her this. I mean, I didn't pay her. I bought her the meal this time because she like bought all my meals while I was in Korea. Like I still owe her a lot, I feel like. But I was like, I need to pay for it. And she was like, no, like, I can pay for it. And then she was like, oh, okay, we can do like 50-50. And I was like, no, I'm paying for the whole thing. And so I paid for it. And then afterwards, I was telling her about how good Zunda mochi was. And then I decided, like, while I was like heading back to the station, like, I saw they were selling like Zunda mochi, which is pretty rare. They don't sell it all the time in Tokyo. But yeah, I picked up two and I was like, oh, I'll get you one as well. And then as I was trying to pay, she like used her bus card, her like metro card, and paid it. She's honestly Mio so Mio. Must protect. Yeah, must protect Mio. Mio's too nice for her own good. That's what I think. You can pay with this. You can pay with, I mean in Japan, like what's really common nowadays is like barcode payments. There's this thing called PayPay. It's kind of like, I don't know, like if you guys know like Chinese payment systems, it's like Alipay or like Zhifubao or like, I can't remember what's the other one, WeChat Pay, stuff like that. Well, we can pay with like a barcode. And I was trying to pay with that, and then she changed the screen back to like IC card payments, and then she paid with her metro card. Meow. They're trying to turn Twitter into that? Huh? A payment system? No way. No way. Actually, really, for real. Twitter's gonna have its own payment system. Kinda hungry now, but I don't have any food. But yeah, I hope Mio comes back to Japan again. I hope Yuna comes back to Japan again. Mio was telling me about how, like, when she made up with Yuna, they just kept on talking about me. Apparently, Yuna's so in love with me. I can't really help it. Why is she so in love with me? And apparently, whenever, like, I don't know what they were talking about, but every few minutes, it just suddenly turned into, like, oh, I love Shima. And it'd be like, oh, we love Shima. Twitter will always be Twitter. Right now, I'm really annoyed because now Twitter has completely turned into X on my phone. I mean, I have to search up X. And I keep trying to type in Twitter at the top of my search bar. But it doesn't show up with any results. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's called X now. X is so weird. And whenever I attend events and they're like, oh, check out our official X. I mean, Twitter, like X Twitter, but like X. I'm always like, huh? What's an X? Xってなんだっけ? Why is it Mia? It's Mio. Do you even know who Mio is, Shimanai? But yeah, oh, I had the meat was so good though. That was like the best meat I've had in a long time. This past week, I've been eating out so much. Maybe that's why I'm tired as well. Cause I've been meeting up with friends almost. I mean, for the past few days, like starting Tuesday, I haven't been going out. Oh, have I? I lied. No, I did. I think I did. Okay, Tuesday was the last day I went out. But like for the past week, I have been eating out for dinner every single night and meeting up with friends. I don't know how this has happened. Oh, and I had nomikais as well. It's been like non-stop nomikais, eating with friends, drinking. I've been drinking almost every single day. Shima's the center of the Toon universe. I am. I'm the main character. Oh, ha ha ha. You're bad with names. Other people literally typing in chat. You can check the chat. But yeah, what was it? What was I saying again? I have such bad memory. Jeez. Yeah. I've been drinking almost every night and now I'm kind of sick of drinking. I don't want to drink anymore. Drinking doesn't make me excited anymore. I don't see Mio in chat. No, as in other people are posting her name. Other people are typing her name. Do you not see Vietnamese comments? Huh? Are you blind or something? I'm kidding. Sorry. I'm just joking. It's a fair mistake. I'm just joking. I need to stop being like this. I piss people off in real life when I'm like this. I pissed off my coworker the other day. It's really bad. Sometimes I can't help it. You know? You still bully us less than humor somehow. Really? Do I? The thing is, you know, I feel like I kind of play up this character more on the stream because it's like, haha, I'm king or whatever, right? Well, is that what your friends are scolding you for? Maybe. Hey, when were my friends scolding me? What's the context of this one? I don't remember. Did I say that my friends were scolding me? 何これ? 誰だよお前? What was I saying again? Did I mention it before? I see. How does bullying his siblings? Never mind, I see it now. Huh? In a previous stream. That was probably, yeah, I think that's one of the things. You know, like, I kind of play it up more, like, what do you call it, in stream? Like, being kind of little, like, not saying that I'm a little shit, but I can sometimes be a bit of a little shit. But, especially in real life, sometimes, I don't know, this personality carries over. I don't know which one came first, actually. I don't know if it's, like, I became more like this because of streaming. I think I was like this prior to streaming anyways. But now I have a bit, maybe just like a tiny, like microscopic amount. Like a tiny little bit. Shima's combative. Ah! Yeah, okay, another thing is I tend to, oh yeah, was the thing I mentioned? Okay, there's like two things I get scolded for. One is like, someone will be having a conversation with me and I'll purposefully try to like play the, what's the word for it? Like when you're having an argument and I'll purposefully, devil's advocate. I like doing that. Like I like arguing for the sake of arguing. It's really fun for me. And then the other side will get riled up, but I'm not being serious at all. I'm just saying shit for the sake of saying shit. Shima's actually a real life Tinder. I thought I was, I'm not. Contrarian. Is that what it's called? Hi Tyler's Ethan Shima. But yeah. Hello, Eric Shima. ごめんね。日本語じゃなくて。だいぶ英語で話してるんだけど。But, what was I saying again? Like, what? Yeah, I like arguing for the sake of arguing. It's really, really fun. I don't know if it's because I'm a lawyer or like whatever it is, but like I like hearing different sides. Like I want them to pull out more arguments to counter my arguments. Like I'm hoping for them to counter my arguments. I don't want it to be like a one-sided thing, but like it's just fun. Arguing is fun. It's like debating, but just in normal everyday life. I never did debating, by the way. I never debated. But, I just really enjoy picking fights with people. And then people will get riled up and they'll be like, why are you like this? And I'll be like, oh, I wasn't serious. I was just saying stuff. I don't actually like hear about it that much. I just wanted to see how you would react. Man, it must be tiresome to be your friend. I mean, I don't do it all the time. You know, it's like, it's just really fun. I like getting a reaction out of people. I like doing shit to annoy people. I just like saying stuff. You know, I just like saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff. I like to provoke people. Yeah, I just really like getting a reaction out of people. I mean, obviously I don't go, like, it's not like I insult people. Oh, I insult people a little bit. But like, I don't cross the line usually. You'll get a lot of reactions out of it. Good. Correct term for that is troll. Oh, what is this, 2013? That's an old word. People don't say that anymore. People don't say trolling anymore. An instigator. I just like having fun. I'm not a troll. I'm just a king. But yeah, what was I saying again? What was the other thing I was talking about? But yeah, the other thing I have a problem with is sometimes I'll just say stuff. I'll say stuff. What do you call it? I will say things. Like, okay, I will say things that I know will probably piss people off, but I'll say it anyway because I want to say it. like some of the stuff I say is like what I feel truly on the inside, but I know that if I say it, it'll probably not make them very happy, but I will say it anyways. And sometimes you can play it off as a joke, but a lot of the times people actually get upset, and that's not fun. Depends on how sensitive that person is. Depends on the person's sensitivity. But I have on multiple occasions, like, kind of not cross the line, but what's it called? Like, I'll say things that I genuinely feel on the inside. I'm pretty sure other people feel it as well, but nobody's gonna say it because they know that that person's probably gonna get upset. But, like, depending on if that particular thing that I talk about is, like, their, what do you call it? Is their insecurity or not, then it could hurt a lot, or it could just be okay. I'm not sadistic. Sweet, sadistic sister, what's a real surprise? It's not meant with ill intent, it's just like, I really want to say it, because it's so obvious, and everyone wants to say it too, but if I say it, it might make them sad, but I want to say it. Oftentimes though, I'm a grown adult now, so I won't say it out loud actually, most of the time. Most of the times I'll try not to say it, but sometimes I'll just be like, man, you're kind of annoying, or like, I'll be like, man, you're kind of dumb. But see, usually if you say something that's like really obvious that nobody else has said, it's probably something that they're aware of themselves, so you don't really need to say it, or it's something that they're insecure about because people have probably told them before. Who's Riley from Boondocks? I don't know that show. Hi Raymond Shima. This might be a very big personality fault. I swear I'm a good person though. I swear I don't actually, like, what do you call it? I'm not that mean. But yeah, for example, there's like just some things. Okay, one other thing is, I'm really bad with, like, recently we have a new coworker, right? And she's like a lawyer from the US. And she's really American. Like, she's super American. She is like what I envision when I envision like a stereotypical American. She's not bad. She's like honestly really sweet. She's really positive. She's really good. She's honestly a good person. I fully trust in the quality of her character, but she's just so American. She's so loud. She's really okay. This is, I don't know how many. Okay, there's a lot of Americans in chat right now, but this is my image of America. No, she's not one of the cowboy hat Americans. Yeehaw. She's not a yeehaw American, but my general image of America compared to the rest of the world, right? Or like what I'm used to in like New Zealand. I feel like comparatively, New Zealanders are very similar to Asians in terms of personality. Like less rigid, but more relaxed, and like we don't really like to talk about ourselves, or we don't really like to toot our own horn generally. aside from me. But I don't like toot my own horn in real life or anything. I'm not really like this. Like I'm not gonna go around being like I'm the best. I will say that occasionally with good friends, but I'm not gonna be like I'm the best with like random strangers and stuff. You know. If she doesn't wear the hat, she can be more American. I see. She can be. She's not fully at her maximum American. I can't sing that song without dying of laughter. Which song? What song? But yeah, what do you call it? There's certain traits that I associate with Americans. One, they really like to toot their own horn. Or like, they're really... I think it's just the way that you guys are educated, or the way that like you guys are meant to be. Like, you're supposed to stand out, be individualistic. Like, you're supposed to be unique butterflies kind of vibe. You know? Shima's my inner self. It actually is. I think Shima's my inner self. But, like, I feel like Americans are kind of encouraged to be like, this is what stands out about you. You gotta be proud of what you are, kind of thing. And then they like talking about themselves a lot. I mean, everyone does to some extent, but they're like genuinely really like, I get the sense that they're really in love with themselves. Like, they will, you know how it's like in Asia, or like what I'm used to in New Zealand, it's like, oh, you're really good at this, and people will be like, oh no, I'm not really good at it. But Americans will be like, yeah, I'm really good at this, right? Like, yeah, I'm really, really good at this. Like, they will be proud of their strengths, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But for other people, when I'm not used to that kind of culture, it kind of comes off as a bit obnoxious. You know? Whereas like, in New Zealand, people will be like, no, like, honestly, I'm not that great. No, like, people are a lot more humble. Like, if you're like, yeah, I'm the best, people will be like, what the fuck is he saying? It will raise eyebrows. And also, like, this girl, she's really loud and she has a lot of really extreme reactions. I know that not all Americans are like this, but like, whatever someone says, they'll be like, wow, really? Oh my god. And she'll be like, ha 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 ha, but it's like the fakest laughter ever. She's not a bad person. It's just like, oh, that kind of gets on my nerves. Yeah, outspoken and competitive. And then everything relates back to America. I mean, I'm into New Zealand quite a bit as well. But she'll be like, oh, in America we never do this. Like, oh, like in America, back in America, it's like, it's so different. That sounds more Japanese to me, like the TV reactions. I think she's trying to like do the Japanese reactions, but because she's American, it comes off as even more obnoxious. Yeah. Like, she's just like a real exaggerated person. I can't believe she's real. But she's really cool though. I like her. I just think I just can't handle too much of her. And what's something else? Yeah, okay, so she has, sorry, I feel like I'm just like shit talking right now. But it's just like, am I being crazy? Is this okay? Like, is it just me or is this annoying? A lot of my coworkers are very mature. Yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of Americans that I really like, you know. I have a lot of American friends. There's a lot of normal people. I read a comic that describes the exact same scenario of an American girl coming to a Japanese school and acting like Japanese stereotypes. I just mean that in this particular case, this girl is very stereotypically American. But I know, I have a lot of American friends. They're all really normal and nice and cool. But like, in this particular case, it's like, oh boy. Oh boy. For example, right? She had, like, on her laptop, because IT set it up for her, and I think they set her computer to UK English, and so her, like, calendar, her time was, like, in the year, in the day, month, year format. That's the same in New Zealand. So it's, like, day, month, and then year. And because she's American, she's used to, like, month, day, year, right? And so she's like, this keeps on, like, this fucks with my brain. Like, I don't understand it. Why do they do this in Japan? And I'm like, that's not even the Japanese format. In Japanese format, it's, like, year, month, day. I'm like, that is New Zealand or Australian or UK. And she's like, no, this is Japanese. Like, I've seen this in Japan before. And I'm like, no, this isn't Japanese. I'm pretty sure it's like British. And she's like, no, like, she's like, anyways, I hate it, I want to change it. And so I, like, changed it for her back to Japanese. And then she got a Japanese coworker to come over. And she was like, yeah, you guys use this in Japan, right? I'm like, and she's like, no, this isn't Japanese. I think it has to be, like, European or something. And I was like, yeah, I think it's European. And this girl was like, oh really, I see, but I've seen it a lot, then why is my computer like this? I'm like, it's because they set it up to UK English. And she was like, oh I see. And then she was like, she kept on going on about how like, she's like, oh like, and then she finally, I changed it to American English for her, and so over time changed to like month, day, year, and she's like, oh this is so much better, this is like so easy to read, so much easier to read, I couldn't understand it before, man, like I feel so much better, this is how it should be. I'm just like, oh. I don't know, the way like she made it such a big deal, and I was just kind of like, I was just like, man, I'm such a dumb American. I just said it out loud. I was Shima, good night. I think she's, what do you call it? I just don't like how she's very like, oh, like the correct way is the American way. This is how it should be. And she was going on about how she like she refuses to learn Celsius and how Fahrenheit makes so much more sense to her. And like, I was like, man, you're really a dumb American, huh? The month, day, year thing gets people heated for some reason. She's just like, it just makes more sense. It should be month, day, year. And I'm like, no, that's like, America's the only country that does that. It's either, it makes sense if it's year, month, day, or day, month, year. But month, day, year does not make sense to me. America is always right. Okay, true. Maybe. Good for you. It's just the way she was talking was really obnoxious. I was just kind of like, man, you're such a dumb American, so stubborn. Kind of like half joking, half serious. But then afterwards she was like, Shima, that was really rude. Shima, that was really mean. Why did you have to say it like that? And I was like, oh, I don't mean it like that. I just, you know, I was like, I don't mean it like that. She was like, but you did mean it. And I was like, maybe a little bit. But I was like, you've been in Japan for like, what, a year already, and you still haven't learned Celsius. Shima Seaving wishes to be, yeah, I wish I was a great American. I wish I was in the land of the flying eagle or whatever, the freedom eagle. Our king shaking in the presence of a true American because all Americans are kings. Yeah, that's exactly right. I was so jealous of her. But yeah, she kept on being like, oh Shima, that was really mean. How could you say that? You know how hard I've tried? I've learned centimeters and meters. Do you know how hard that is? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm really proud of you. Wow, that's really amazing. Oh, I'm really, really proud of you. Yeah, that's not easy, right? Yeah, and she's like, I've come to a country where like everything's like backwards, like I'm not used to it, like I've already tried so hard to adapt and everything. I'm just like, oh, like you chose to come here. Nobody forced you to come here. And she was like, I've had to learn like 24-hour time. It's really not easy. I'm just like, yeah, fair enough. I'm not used to 24-hour time either. Like, yeah, it's confusing. I get it. I'm sorry. My bad. I shouldn't have called you a dumb American. My bad. Shima sounds condescending when he compliments Luma. Yeah, I think I probably did come off as a bit like condescending. Like, oh, poor man, you did great, sweetie. That's so good. I'm proud of you. You're so good. Good for you. Sometimes I sound like this sometimes even when I'm trying to be genuine though. I come across as condescending even when I'm trying to be genuine sometimes. But don't worry, I'm actually really nice. I have lots of best friends. At least I'm honest, you know? At least I don't hide my true feelings. I can't lie. I actually really suck at lying. She has to deal with everyone driving on the wrong side of the road. Have mercy. That's true. Everything is like backwards for her. It must be hard. She has to stand on like the right side of the escalator. Man. If she was working for a JP company, she should know these things, not gonna lie. It's just, what do you call it? It's the American attitude of like, everything should be matching me. And if I have to go out of my way to match a different country's customs, then it's such a big deal. Like, she's making such a big change. Yeah. I think it's just the mindset that America's the center of the world that kind of like gets to me. That's kind of like, huh? Yeah, I guess like if you stay in America, America's the center of the world. Yeah. I mean, she is like a lovely girl though. Like, honestly, aside from this, she's really, really lovely. She's like a great person. She's really hardworking. She's really passionate. But sometimes she's a bit too American for me. Everything should be into Shima as well. Yeah, you know what? America's not the center of the world.
Taco Sapien paid their taxes.
Thank you, Taco Sapien. America's not the center of the world. Shima Kingdom is. She doesn't even realize that Shima Kingdom is the center of the world. King Shima is the kindest, most handsomest person ever. This was an honest and genuine message, not at all influenced by Wish Mafia. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I get compliments like that all the time. I get so many, honestly, though. I get so many. Man, I feel like I'm so popular with girls, though. I'm so popular with girls. And yet, I still can't find a queen. I mean, I do have a queen. Big hugs. You're the Riz King. Thank you. I am the Riz King. I riz everyone up. I have lots of queens and concubines. But why is it so hard in real life? You should tell her about VTubing. What, my coworker? Tell my coworker about VTubing, and then she can find out that I should talk to her on this channel. Yeah. I have so many concubines. That doesn't make sense. Why am I so popular? I feel like in general though, I'm really popular with girls, but I'm not very popular with guys for some reason. You're always flirting with Yuna on Twitter. For real. Well, actually, she flirts with me first. It's give and take. I'm really good at flirting though. I've got too much riz. Sometimes I just can't control it. Whenever I meet new people as well, everyone falls in love with me. Can't help it. I heard Yuna steals our king on Mondays. I mean, she only started that last week. She was suddenly like, oh, maybe we should call each other like weekly from now on. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. But yeah. Yuna, while she's like packing Tonya's lunch, she'll like call me. Lunch or breakfast? Yeah, when she's like packing Tonya's bento. She's such a mom. Yuna's such a mom. Yuna's a MILF. What's the demographic stats on this channel? It's like 80% guys. Yuna's the sweetest. Yuna is the sweetest. I love Yuna. While packing Tonya's lunch, Jesus. Yeah. Yuna's honestly, Yuna's a mom. Tonya's basically her child. Tonya living, I wish I was Tonya. I keep saying to her, I'm like, I wish you could make bentos for me. Why can't you marry me? Why can't you move to Japan? 80% guys, 28% guys accept their Google account as female. Liver. I can't remember what the exact. I feel like the female statistic is slowly rising. Isn't it funny how it's like inverse of like how much, what do you call it? It's like inverse to the riz I give off in real life. In real life, I riz up way more females. On YouTube, I guess more guys watch me. It doesn't make sense. Even when I was planning my debut, right? My planned goal was that I would have more female viewers. That was my intention. How did I end up with you guys? I was expecting in my mind, I was like, surely with this kind of character, surely it will be more female viewers. Or at least like 50-50. But how did I end up with how did I end up with this? Why are you guys here? No, I'm kidding. I love you guys a little bit. Sorry. Just kidding. Just kidding. I really appreciate you guys. Cute. Maybe you guys should cross-dress. Cute boys are in demand. You're really saying that with a straight face? Can you really call yourself a cute boy? Oh wait, I'm the cute boy. Just kidding. I'm not cute though. I'm handsome and cool and tall and what's the word? I'm very charismatic. Yeah. Him and Maria and Yuna had the 20%. No, Slav. Cool. Intimidating. I'm so cool. I'm king. Yes, what else did I do for the past week? Oh, I went to see the premiere for Arisu to Teres. なんだっけ名前忘れちゃった。なんだっけアリスとテレスのアリスとテレスの幻工場。So it's called Alice to Teres no Maboroshi Kojo. I was like, what's the English name? It's like Alice and Teres's Maboroshi. What's delusional? 幻ってなんだっけ幻ってなんだっけIllusion Factory. Alice and Teres's Illusion Factory. Anyways, I went to watch it because I got tickets. I managed to win the ticket lottery to get tickets because they have like a stage greeting event. They had a stage greeting, so it's kind of like a premiere where the actors or voice actors of the movie come to the stage and they have like a 30-minute segment where they like do an interview and talk about the movie and stuff. So I went because I'm a fan of Enoki Jr., he's in my top 5 seiyus, I guess. He's really good friends with Uchida Yuma, and he's a really funny guy. He voices Itadori in Jujutsu Kaisen. Have you guys read the spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way? I'm not even up to date, but I read it and now I'm really sad. But yeah, Itadori, he voices Itadori, and who else does he voice? He voices a lot of characters, but they might not be very popular. Oh, he voices the main guy in what's it called? The moon one. The moon anime. Hold on, moon anime. Enoki Jr. Oh, とにかくかわいい. The English name is Over the Moon for You. But yeah, I went for the purpose of seeing Enoki Jr. and then also Ueda Reina and I forgot her name again. Fuck, she's really cute. She has a really, really cute voice. Her voice acting was really good. What was her name again? Kuno Misaki. Kuno Misaki has such a cute voice, but her voice acting in the movie was really good. Like her screaming scenes, the scenes where she was crying and making animal noises was so good. I feel like you guys might know her from, let's see, what else is she in again? Pretty sure she's in, no she isn't, I lied. But she voices a lot of like the really cutesy lolly characters. Anyways, yeah, so for the movie, it was like the main cast. So it was Enoki Jr., Ueda Reina, and Kuno Misaki, and then also Okada Mari, who is like, she's really famous. I don't know if you guys know her, but she was the director, the producer, whatever the what is she again? Yeah, she's the director for this. Director, screenplay, original creator for this. But yeah, it's an Okada Mari project. Okada Mari is famous for Anohana mostly. Anohana is her most popular work, I guess. Her most famous work. But I read her book last year. Or was it the year before? She released a book. You guys can get it off Amazon if you want. It's quite an interesting read. Like she goes from like kind of like a hikikomori truant who doesn't go to school to becoming one of like the biggest names in an anime today, which is really, really touching. She goes from someone without like many hopes in life, like not knowing what she really wants to do or like what her purpose in life is, and like a pretty bad like childhood, to being as successful and like well known as she is now. So it's really touching. Oh, she's a little girl. Much comes in like a line. Yeah. But yeah, I really recommend her book. if you're interested in like the inside workings of the anime industry. Yeah, but she even like for this movie, she was like, I didn't think that it would actually come out. I can't believe that after so many years, it's actually finally coming out for real, for real. And apparently, even until like the final moment, like even right up until release, they were still editing it and like trying to make it, what do you call it? Doing the final cuts and stuff. But yeah, what was it? What else did she do? She's done like what do you call it? The screenplays for a lot of popular anime. What else is she famous for? Toradora, Anohana, Gothic, Sakuraso, Makia. Yeah, and oh yeah, like Anohana's set in her hometown of Chichibu, by the way. Dude, that's how I felt with Psycho. Hey, Won, I think you're behind. Hewon, I think Hewon's watching from like when I was still talking about the little video. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about, lore video? I'm talking about an anime movie right now. So I'm just talking about the movie I went to watch. What was it? Arisu to Teresu no Maboroshi Kojo. And I was talking about Okuda Magi, who is the screenplay director for this movie. And then, what I didn't expect was that like two actors that I kind of like, that I've seen in movies and dramas and stuff in Japan, Seto Koji and Hayashi Kento were there. I was like, what? Hold on a second. I was like, I didn't realize those two people were there. And I was like, that's why there's so many middle-aged women in the audience. I was like, why are there so many middle-aged women? I feel like Inoki Jr.'s fans aren't this old. I was like, this audience feels a bit different somehow. I feel like I didn't realize Inoki Jr. was this popular. And then once they came on stage, I was like, everything makes sense. These are the fans for the actors. It's because I tapped out early. I'm sorry, my king. It's okay. I forgive you. But yeah, I especially like Hayashi Kento because he was in Osan's Love. Osan's Love is a really good show, by the way. I really recommend it. It's like a parody on a BL series. I guess it's kind of BL. It's like a guy who's stuck in a BL world, basically. It's like this, I don't know how to describe it. There's like this guy who's like working, his coworker's in love with him, and then his boss is in love with him, but it's really funny. And then he starts dating his coworker, but they break up, and then he starts dating his boss, and then his boss is like this old man, and he proposes to him with like a flash mob, and it's really funny. Okay, you guys need to watch it. It's really ridiculous. I still got to it, so I'm still like, is this like a series or is it a parody? But it's just really good. Kim has the taste of a middle-aged woman. I'm not. I didn't go for those actors, okay? I'm not the same as them. I occasionally have the taste of a middle-aged woman, but generally, I think I have normal taste. You know, Uchita Maya's fans are mostly like healthy 20-year-old wee boys. Hanoi from Vietnam, nice to meet you. Hello, Sanishima. Oh shit, why did I close? Oh, no, it's okay. I just closed my Twitter. But yeah, it was really cool. Inoki Jr. was fun as usual. And the movie itself is kind of... Movie itself, I don't know if I can recommend it. It's really interesting. It's one of those... I don't know what it is with anime movies, but they always feel this need to pander. There's always this need for anime movies to pander towards like the lowest common denominator. and I just don't understand why. Even if it's a really good movie, right? They always have some kind of fan service scene. They always have some kind of like weird fan servicey scene. Like no matter what, there will be like a close-up shot of some girl's legs, or like, you know, the main girl like fall on top of the guy or whatever. There's always some kind of fan servicey scenes, kind of like this is nothing to do with a plot, and it's always like this. The main guys, I'm sure the panty shots are plot relevant, like in Monogatari. I mean, I like it and I don't mind it in Monogatari. I think it adds to the flavor of Monogatari. But you know what I don't like? I don't like it when the main guy is always kind of like shy and awkward and socially anxious or whatever, and then he's like, oh, I don't want this, like he's such like, and then like some girl like flash her panties to him, and he'll get like really like worked up and stuff, and then it's kind of like, I would prefer if the guy was like, yeah, show me them panties, yeah, show me more, ha. I just don't like how it's very like self-inserted, like, oh, it's not like I'm a pervert or anything, it's not like I wanted to see it, but then she showed it to me, but I actually wanted to see it on the inside. Whereas I prefer if they were up front, like, ha, let's show me them panties kind of thing. I don't know. There's something that's kind of like, this would have been really good without the fan service. But I mean, it still doesn't make up for the plot holes. But it's like, there's always this need. Always, in every kind of like big anime. I don't know who adds it in. I don't know if it's Okada Mari herself, or it's like one of the stakeholders who requested like a panty shot or something like that. Or like one of the other directors was like, oh, it'd be good if you added some fan service, you know, for like the general audience. They love this kind of stuff. The boys love this. I think you can make things sexy without having to do the full like, you know. Yeah, and then there's like some weird incesty part of it as well. There's all how many shimeows out of 10? Overall, the movie, I would give it like a 6.5 maybe. 6.5. I don't know what it is with anime. I feel like it's the Kimi no Na wa effect. This feels like another version of someone, like a movie that wants to be like Kimi no Na wa. This feels like something adjacent to Kimi no Na wa, but isn't quite. Not that I liked Kimi no Na wa in the first place. Maybe the thing is I don't like Kimi no Na wa. I don't like your name. It's a thing for producers as well as artists who thought it was a good idea, but also because of age reason. Yeah, I just don't understand, because like the kids who watched this as well, there are a lot of kids, right? I don't know. Don't like it at all. Your name, there's some good elements to it, but yeah, it's always like the self-fulfilling parts that are like very like, it's written for an audience that wants to, you know, how do I describe it? It's very self-inserty. Kimi no Na wa reads that way to me, and for me, the biggest problem with Kimi no Na wa is that I don't feel enough of a like emotional connection to any of the characters, and so I didn't understand any of the characters' feelings. Like if a movie gets to me, right, I'll really cry a lot. Like for example, like koi no katachi, like the shape of your voice, whatever it's called in English. When I watch Koi no Katachi, when I watched that in the movie theaters, I think I cried about 3 times, because it really hit a chord with me, like an emotional chord. And it's like that movie, right? There's so many cute girls, there's lots of pretty cute girls, but it's not perverted at all. It doesn't feel like kind of like there's no unnecessary panty shots or anything. And then like it just feels like more raw and more real, like emotions wise I can relate to a lot more, whereas Your Name is really pretty, but I feel like it's a bit emotionally stunted. It's a bit emotionally immature. It feels like it's not quite there. It's trying to be like, oh, they're so in love with each other, but in reality they haven't even met each other. It's like purely like you've been exchanging texts with this girl and I guess you're inside her body. But that's not like for me, I can't really relate to that being like a real connection, if that makes sense. How can you fall in love with someone that you've never actually talked to in person before? I don't know. There's just something that's missing about it, but it's really, really beautiful. I think all of Shinkai Makoto's works are really beautiful. Yeah, it's shallow. It's a bit shallow. It's a bit too surface level. I'm sure that high school boys would love it, but for me it feels a bit shallow. Yeah. Like, I feel like the intended demographic of a lot of these anime movies nowadays is like high school boys. That's how I feel like. Like, high school boys who are a bit emotionally stunted, but kind of just like cute girls and like, I don't know, like the self-insert, probably don't have a lot of confidence, and like, oh, well, what a very conveniently kind of sexually, convenient situation with a lot of sexual tension. That's how it feels like. It's like the high school boy fantasy. That's how I would place these movies if I had to categorize them. Have you watched 5 centimeters per second before? I have not. I really want to though. Lots of people say it's a really good movie. I don't know if it's because of his I don't really like his newer works. I haven't watched his older works before. Maybe it's a bit bitter. But his new works really don't strike a chord with me at all. Like Quivering with You, or like, I haven't watched Suzume no Tojimari yet. I haven't. It's something that I've been intending to watch for a long time, but I never got around to it. I should go watch it. Would you guys say that it's better than Your Name? Like, is it a lot different from Your Name? Really? Pre-Garden of Words works. Okay, I'll have a look then. Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot better than like the more commercially driven works recently. Okay. Okay. I'll check it out. Yeah, I just don't like how commercial some anime movies are nowadays. It's very, yeah, it doesn't feel very, I don't know, it's just missing something. Same for this. I was a little bit like, I think a lot of people had the same reaction as well, like walking out of the door. Like lots of guys were like kind of like, naruhodo. Naruhodo. Kind of like, Because it's like, Anohana was so good, right? Anohana was really good, but this movie just felt like the premise was cool, but it was missing a bit of something. I also don't like it when, especially when it comes to like kids, I don't like when they make things too sexual for kids. I think I'm a bit more comfortable if it's like an adult, right? If that makes more sense, but especially if it's like a high school girl. That is probably the thing that gives me the ick the most. When it's like a high school girl and there's a lot of like sexual fan servicey kind of stuff. I mean, both characters in the movie are like high school or like middle school level, but a lot of the people watching it are ossans. That's literally every anime. That's true as well. Man, I don't know. No, I mean, I find ecchi anime okay. There's a lot of ecchi anime that I would like gladly watch for fun. But something about, I think it's the feigned innocence. It's like the feigned innocence of the main character that also equivalates to like it's equivalent to like, because it's a self-insert character, it's equivalent to the self-insert like audience watching it and being like, oh, it's not like I wanted to see her panties, but if you're enjoying the movie, that means you wanted to see her panties. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's like how there's something uncomfortable about it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, how do I describe it? Sorry, this is something else. This is something like kind of unrelated, but kind of related. It's like when, you know how, like with a lot of, how should I say it? The Japanese media, right? I don't know. They're being coy. Like, I don't know, like with Japanese, a lot of Japanese media, whether that be like idols or gravity idols or like porn or whatever, it's like the girls always kind of like, oh no, like I'm so innocent and dumb, but like, oh no, my tits are spilling out, like oopsies, oh but oh my gosh, oh my clothes fell out, what do I do? It's like that kind of like feigned innocence. But in this case, it's like the main character feigning innocence. It's like how in every harem anime, the main guy usually it's like kind of like, oh, I didn't want all these big titty ladies around me. Oh no, I don't know what to do in the situation. I'm so shy and so shocked. All these girls are coming on to me. Like, it feels like that. I would prefer if the main character was like, haha, I got all these titties now. You know? it's the feigned innocence that I don't like. If you're gonna be like that, just like be like, just be honest. You know you want the titty. Be honest. Don't pretend like you're innocent. Don't pretend like you don't want to, like, you know. Yeah, that's just something that just personally irks me. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure there's heaps of people that enjoy that kind of stuff, but that's just like a personal hot take. And then yeah, that's why, like, I feel like a lot of anime movies nowadays try to copy the Kimi no Nawa formula, which is like interesting plot with unexpected fan service, like very self-serving. What's the word? Self-fulfilling fan service? Self-inserting fan service. Shima can't project onto someone who wouldn't want to be the center of the harem. That might be it. Because it was like, if it was me, man, I would be touching all the titty. I would not be holding back. Stop pretending to be innocent. Maybe that's why. If the male MCs would stop being such beta cucks. No, I'm kidding. But like, it's really common. Okay, this is like the trope that I'm kind of like, huh. It's always like this. Every single anime movie nowadays is kind of like this. Main character, kind of shy, kind of quiet. In his friend groups, he's got like, you know, the like kind of pervy one, the outspoken one, kind of dumb one, and then he's like the quiet one who's like kind of unassuming, doesn't have much going for him. Like, he's not very good at anything, but he's like just kind of bored, you know, kind of quiet, that kind of vibe. Okay, quiet and mysterious, or he wants to be. And then here comes along is a like a new girl, a Tangles comes into the scene. This girl is like really cold, really mean to everyone, has no friends, but she's super pretty. She's mean, but she's super pretty. And then this girl, in the beginning, hates the MC. They fight. They have conflict. They don't like each other. But then, out of their circumstances, they're forced to be with each other. Somehow. They're forced to be with each other, and then somehow, they end up growing close. They end up growing to have feelings with each other, for each other. And then the girl is actually really kind. He sees a side of her that nobody else sees. She's actually super kind. She waters the flowers. She takes care of her younger sister or whatever. And she's actually a super sweet girl. Just nobody knows that about her. But only you do. Only you see her smile in the darkness. You know? And then she falls in love with you. She shows that tender side of her to you. And then you fall for her. And then romance blooms. And then there's like some kind of sad story where you have to be separated with each other. And then in the end you still end up together because of like magical circumstances, like, I don't know, plot device. That kind of thing. That's like almost every anime movie that I've seen recently. I don't know, I'm getting so heated about this. I'm kind of sick of this trope. I'm sick of this, like, I am so like my life is so boring. I am so like, what do you call it? Quiet and mysterious, and this other like mysterious angry girl comes and falls in love with me. I'm sick of that. No, life isn't that convenient. Grow up. Minus the transfer student part, isn't that kind of... I like Toradora though. Tiger's cute. No, Toradora is fine because the male MC is actually really, like, he has rights. He's cool. You know, he can do housework, he takes care of his mom, and he's like really, like, he's likable. These characters are likable. I don't like it when the male MC has the personality of like a piece of cardboard, and so does the female MC, aside from being pretty. Like, female MC's only personality trait is that she's angry and pretty. Male MC is just kind of like, he looks kind of feminine, and he has the personality of a piece of wet cardboard. Toradora is different. Yeah, I'm sick of this kind of plot. I don't care. This is not gonna happen to you. Grow up. Wake up. Some beautiful transfer student is not gonna fall in love with you. I don't know why I'm so heated about this. This pisses me off. There's so many anime movies like this. When you split apart every anime movie that's come out recently, it's the same plot. I'm sick of romance. I'm sick of this kind of stuff. What makes you think that you're so special, huh? You have like no personality. Romance gives us hope, King Shima. Just don't watch anime easy. Not all of us have good wrists. I just don't like it when it doesn't make sense why the female MC would fall for the male MC or vice versa. It's like the same in like harem anime. Like for example, like Utano Prince Summer, right? It's like the main girl looks like a psychopath. She has like zero personality. All she does is like, what does she even do? I don't even remember like a single personality trait of hers. I think they built her like that on purpose though, because it's adapted from like an otome game. It's supposed to be self-inserting, but I hate it. I hate it when like the female MC has like no backbone, no personality, and somehow all the pretty boys in the school fall in love with her. Same with the male version as well. Like for example, in Bakemonogatari, I like Bakemonogatari because Araragi is actually very attractive. Araragi is actually really interesting and fun. But then like every other male MCs, like Clannad Tomoya is also an example of like a good MC. It's like he's got riz and he's cool. I can understand why he'd be popular. But like every other one with like the main guy's like 160 centimeters tall and has like the personality of a piece of wet cardboard and is like really shy and introverted. It's like how? What do you think? Anyways, I just don't like it when it's too unrealistic. It's too self-fulfilling. Grow up. Oh my gosh, I've been speaking for like, oh, it's already 11:40. Oh no, I need to go to work. He's supposed to be a standard self-insert character. You guys need to have better personalities if you want to self-insert. That's what I think. Best to cast as wide as the net as possible so that every young guy can predict. Yeah, the intentions are too clear and I don't like that. It makes the work less, like, it decreases the quality of the work and the immersion of the work when the main character has like too little of a personality. But I understand why they're doing it because they want money. But I'm sure that the creators themselves aren't happy with that either, you know? Surely you don't want a bland MC. But they're doing it because they want to make the otaku fanboys happy, or the fangirls. Yeah, boring MCs are never good. Doesn't make a good story, right? Is there a single popular well-known anime where the main MC is like, what do you call it? Boring? I think not. Well, there might be, but it's rare. People wouldn't probably think that it's a good series. You know, it just feels too commercial. It's like a work for the sake of like, not making a good work, but for the sake of making money. I sound like a very, what do you call it? Why am I so angry for? Anyways, I think I need to end my stream soon. Why am I don't like it. I don't like ending my stream on such a heated point. But thank you for watching today. That was my rant about various things. I think I'm in a very angry mood at the moment. I'm not that angry. I'm just kind of like upset at the world around me. Just gonna make rant movie reviews. Maybe I should. Thank you, Prehistoric Shima. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss out on any meetings today. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I need to stop slacking off on work. Thank you guys. I missed you guys. You should have sorted out my feelings. I'll sort out my feelings. Main run takeaway. The king wants more Denji MC. Yeah, that's why I like Denji so much. Denji's very, he says what he feels. He's very like, you know, he doesn't hide anything. He is what he is. He's a pervert, he's pathetic, but he's also cool at the same time. You've already missed it. Please don't say that. But yeah, thank you very much. I kind of like you guys. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really, yeah, thank you for watching. I'm sorry. I'll try to be more on time from now on. I will fix up my life. My life is pretty fucked right now. But I think if I fix my sleep schedule, I think I'd feel a lot better. And I think if it would stop raining, I'd feel better as well. Yeah. Kind of like you too. I'm kind of like you guys. Kind of like you a little bit. Not a lot, but like a little bit at least. I feel like you fudged up King Shima. No, please don't say that. You can't support this kind of toxic behavior. Can you really say you like someone if you can't, if you're gonna support their toxic behavior? Yeah, anyways, thank you for watching today. Today was just a ZATSUDAN, but I feel like I hope I haven't missed any major topics that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, stream King, very good. King because I'm king. Please check it out. It's in my YouTube videos, whatever you call it. Wait, let me post the link so I can show myself once more.
Lazel paid their taxes.
Thank you, Ozoshima. I'm gonna maybe miss you. I might miss you a little bit as well. But I will stream soon. When did I say I would stream next? Tomorrow? Did I say tomorrow? I think so. Hopefully. I think I'll have time. It might be a short stream though. I'm actually not sure. I forgot that I was hanging out with friends tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye bye. Mwah. Just kidding.